Welcome to Cheats Disabled. We are back with episode 3. It smells like Shark Teen spirit, and sharking is a lifestyle that's contagious. Anyway, we are going to, through the magic of technology, jump ahead here to where that landmark is, because otherwise you just have to watch me swim over there for 3 minutes, and you don't need to see that. You know where it's at. And there we're picking up landmark number 3 out of 10.
Mastered the nuances of scientific holds like the figure 4.
I believe our shark could do the sharpshooter. It may not do the figure 4, but it does the sharpshooter. We're moving over here to this grate that was previously blocked because we were not a teen shark, but we are now. Yay, teenage life is so great for a shark. They can open new areas. And yeah, we're 50 meters away. We're gonna go ahead and get in there and see what goodies lie below. 47 meters down. Sometimes my biggest gripe with this game happens to be with the aiming, targeting is a little rough sometimes, and that was one of the things you can see here, especially when you fight fast things like barracudas and muskies. Sometimes you have a hard time getting your shots off, I guess is how you to put it. The barracuda, as you can see, you get a little targeting reticle when you're in range to attack and you're locked onto something, and something like that right there, that little red yellow reticle. And sometimes it just doesn't work out, like it's because they're so fast, or I don't know, it's like that right there. That one does. It's just kind of random. And that's my only gripe with the combat in this game. Otherwise, I feel like you really control a shark. The movement feels shark-like, or what I imagine it would feel like to be a shark. I don't know. I've never been a shark. Not in a previous life, not in this one. So, you know, it's all speculation at best. Finishing off that barracuda. As you can see, we're already about halfway through level 4. Our next evolution is going to come at level 10, so we've got quite a ways to go with that. And yeah, we're moving along quite nicely through here. Swimming back out, jumping up, there we go. We are activating the sonar, seeing what we can find. And we're gonna go over here and take on one of these side quests. These little target on your map are a enemy killing side quests where you have a little, I guess, mini boss is what you describe them as, and you just go over here and give them the work. Now you're gonna see some gators, and yeah, gators are scary. You do not want to take on the gator side bosses in this area yet. You want to come back when you're an adult shark. Don't do it when you're a teen or a baby. It's not gonna work out. But we will take on this muskie, and we did. That was very smooth, very nice. You know, Rosie knew exactly what she wanted and took a piece of that muskie. But again, here's where I'm talking about. These things move fast. They're kind of a pain in the butt. Like I was locked onto that one and I just bit right through him and he got a shot off on me. But that's a fun thing when you get him in that thrash and you can wiggle your joystick. That sounded dirty. But you can wiggle the joystick and it will kind of thrash them around. We got another landmark locked in. We're gonna make sure we pick up all of these so we get whatever evolutionary skill that we get for doing that in this area. Every area gives you that, and as you can see, it gives us a significant chunk of experience. And I do like the little one-liners that you get when you unlock a landmark. Where here's another nutrient cache. Will be our 5th nutrient cache of the area. 12 left to go.
This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors.
Another landmark over here. Will be our 5th kind of throws you off a little bit when you click on a landmark to find, and it like up in the screen where it says 4 out of 10. That's how many we've discovered. Even though we've got one locked in, you would think it would say like 5 out of 10 because this is the 5th one you're gonna get. But no.
A critic once wrote that Amos Beauregard was the Rodin of the Bayou. But Beauregard was functionally illiterate and had no idea who Rodin was.
So we've got 5 out of 10. Here's where you see me investigating which way to go, because I knew one of these was another targeted boss that we could take out, and the other 2 are alligators, which are level 15, and we are not going for those.
This shark is nearly insatiable.
We've leveled. Leveling, I don't know how much it does incrementally. I think you get a little bit more health. I know it increases the size of your shark a little bit, like 0.1 of a meter, so it's not a whole lot, but it is something. And we're going over here to get landmark number 6. We're moving through these very quickly.
While adorable, these soft stuff mascots don't provide much in the way of nutritional value.
Ooh. We got hit by something. An alligator. And this is where you see me get a little cocky. I had taken on a couple of gators on another save file. Even as a baby, I was able to take out a gator as a level 2 baby shark. And so I was feeling myself a little bit here, and then I got caught up, made a mistake. And you can see I'm trying to get away and get some other fish to snack on to replenish my health. And there's not many fish to be around. The gator's swimming to lead me away, and I figure, oh, I'll get a little bite on him, finish him off. And I am dead. I'm not gonna hide anytime I make a mistake, so hopefully you learn from my mistake that I made there. And through the magic of jump cut technology, I have put myself back where it matters to you, so you don't see 4 minutes of me swimming around again. That is landmark number 7 right there on the map. You can see where we picked up from there in the bottom left hand corner of the map. Wanted to spare you some of the boringness of me swimming back to places, because when I died it threw me back to the sanctuary cave. And this is me just showing you what's out here. Oh, I thought I was gonna attack that alligator, but nope. I learned my lesson. Don't attack gators. You're not ready for it. I wasn't ready for it. You might be ready for it. You might be better than me, but I was not ready for it. Did not work out for the home team. But what does work out is grabbing another one of these nutrient caches. That is 7 out of 17.
Hunger is a driving force for the bullshit.
A little under halfway done with those in this area, at least. As I've said before, and I will say again, we got a long ways to go. A lot of evolutions to unlock before you can get all of them in any area. This is what I'm talking about from episode 1, where you suffocate above ground. But you can see here, as 13, our breath lasted a lot longer than it did as a baby, but still not anywhere near what we were lasting as in the tutorial section of the episode 1 of the game. Gonna swim over here. I wanted to see if it was truly open world and would let you go to any area, but it appeared not. It appears that you cannot go to any area in the game that you so choose. This area is closed off. You probably have to open it from the other side. So you can't. I thought maybe I could jump down to the bottom part of the map. I was kind of curious. Now we're going back to where we were going before I died, which is to take on the other side boss in this area. We'll go ahead and munch and crunch on a couple of muskies. You want these, the red protein, I believe, yeah, protein is red. You want the red protein because that's how you upgrade Sonar. And Sonar, as I've said, is the most solid ability that you have. And at the highest level, you can basically, from the cave, activate your Sonar and see about a quarter of everything on the map. It's very useful, very helpful. So that's the upgrade I always focus on the most. The other upgrade that I will focus on, you'll see probably in the next episode or the episode after as we move on. All right, we're grabbing another muskie, taking a bite at a crime. This is a shark criminal, and we don't suffer for those crimes against shark kind. Moving along the water, there's another couple of things that we unlocked right here. It looks like we're gonna go for the nutrient cache first. Yep, locking that on the map. Just make note of that if you're following along.
Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst.
Jumping across land, because that's what land sharks do. Gonna lock in that landmark. Just 8 out of 10, 2 left.
Remember, if you find yourself hard aground, the best thing to do is stay with your canoe and die the death of an honorable seaman.
That's correct. Go down with your ship, no matter how small it is. Or not, don't do that. He's a land-skipping shark. One day we will come back for you, license plate.
Rover moves confidently through her liquid element.
Today is not that day. We are not quite big enough to get the juice. Get up there and get that. They don't make Air Jordans in shark sizes.
I used to buy Sunshine sunscreen until I read it contains 7 hormone-disrupting chemicals and palm oil.
Ugh, palm oil. That's the deal breaker. Hormone-altering chemicals, not so much. Palm oil, definitely a deal breaker. There's another nutrient cache. Go ahead and mark that on the map for you. So now we have 9 and 9.
With gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition.
We have 1 more landmark, 8 more nutrient caches in Pawtucket Bay. There's where I attacked that gator. I thought I was going to attack before. No, that's the muskie. It's a muskie. This is the muskie attack. He's angry. We're going to get a piece of him though. He's level 5. We're level 5. It's a fair fight, right? He's fast. AF. So that takes care of the 2 side bosses that I feel like we are qualified to take on in this area. There's another gate, and it requires an adult, so we will be coming back for that in a future episode. But you can make note, a mental note of that. Another gator, we don't want any PCU. We've learned our lesson from tangling with gators before. We are not looking for that kind of heat on the pact. So we are moving along over here. Highlight a question mark. We don't know what it is yet, but we will figure out when we get closer. They'll tell us what it is, and we will find out. Jumping across the land. And it looks like it's probably a nutrient cache. Yep, it is. We are 10th nutrient cache. Go ahead and highlight that on your map if you're following along. Boom.
The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror.
jumping along. This was kind of dumb because this was a lot longer of a path than I thought. But we found another license plate that we're not yet able to get. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize I did that when I played through this section. I literally jumped over a gator's bite. That was pretty neat. Epic replays and cheats disabled. Yeah. That's one thing that's kind of neat watching back after we record, because you'll see things that maybe you didn't even see because you were focused in on what you were doing. And here's another grate that we couldn't have opened before, but now that we're a teen, we can. And we will swim down in here and get what is almost always a nutrient cache in these gated areas. 11 out of 17. So we're about 2/3 of the way through. We were fighting the barracudas in this area. That's what I'm talking about there. These little shifty, dodgy little dudes. You think you got it locked on and then they get away from you. Ooh, barracuda. Kind of maybe showing my age. My parents listen to that stuff, not me, I swear. My dad was way cooler than that. Shout out to my dad, who's probably watching this. He was too cool for barracuda. Where are we going next? It's a mystery to you. It's a mystery to me. No, not really, but we are on the prowl for other things to gather to help us level before we move on to the next area in the game. Area number 2, which is where the story wants us to go at this point after we've turned to a Team Shark. That's what it kind of prompted us to do. But I wanted to make sure that we got everything out here before we did. I want to take advantage of those upgrades that we can pick up, help us along the way, help me along the way, and you too if you're following along. Another gator. Sometimes a little pickup pause there is me just kind of assessing the situation with the sonar, letting it marinate a bit. You know, you got a problem with the sonar, then you got a problem with me, and I suggest you let that one marinate. Gonna pick up something. Please keep looking. We're looking for something, and we will find it. We are looking for the last landmark is what we're looking for, honestly. I know it's got to be out here. And have that last landmark so we can get that bad boy and get our evolutionary unlock. And also I'm just munching and crunching on things to get more proteins so I can level up the sonar. Increase the sonar's range and recharge speed. I'm going after all these guys because I know if once I get to 8,000 protein, I can upgrade the sonar to blue level, and then that'll only have purple and gold left. And I'd like to be at gold as we approach adulthood, because it'll just make finding everything so much easier, which will make this walkthrough go a little faster, and in turn make your playthrough go a little bit smoother as well. Locking in that nutrient cache. It's not nutrient credit, it's nutrient cache.
This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious,
12 out of 17. Now, your boy is crazy. You're gonna teleport back. Okay, he's not so crazy. But I know what's coming. I keep thinking I'm gonna attack another gator, so I might have smartened up. I don't exactly remember, to be honest. Kind of crazy. Did Rosie ever tell you how she got these scars? See, she's now 2.2 meters long instead of 2.1. That was an upgrade from turning level 6. Now we've got advanced sonar, which means our sonar will recharge much faster and the range is much higher. So we are swimming towards a marker I put on the map earlier, and it will be where the last landmark is. And then we can worry about moving on to a new area. Get in the, I was gonna say get out of the water, but get in the water. That's what we want to do. Getting out of the water would be bad.
A clock would hardly be the strangest thing ever retrieved from a crocodile's mouth.
Nice little Neverland reference there. I appreciate the little subtle hints and references to other pop culture things, especially aquatic. I'm really hoping there's a bigger boat reference at some point. I know that would make my girlfriend very happy. She loves Jaws. So, oh, here's where I'm stupid and try to attack the alligator. Yeah, we put about 4 bites on him. Don't work out. Oh, 2 bites on us and we're almost dead. So we are gonna say no, sir, Mr. Alligator, and we're gonna jump left to right to try to juke him out a little bit, fake him out. He doesn't know where we're going, only we do. Do a barrel roll, really throw the trail off. Hopefully he's not following us. Gators are relentless and will follow you forever. So I wanted to see how much damage you could do as a level 5 shark. I had never tried to take that alligator on because he was level 15. And I was just kind of curious. And I thought, well, if I get destroyed, I can edit it out, right? That's the beauty of Sony Vegas. You can eliminate the times you die, except I didn't even do that. I showed the one time I've died so far in this playthrough, so you can see what a noob I am and learn from my mistakes. This is the passage to the new area. It is gated. Slide through that gate real quick and slide through.
As a result of industrial pollution and sewage wastewater, Deadhorse Lake was designated a Superfund site in 1996.
We are now in Deadhorse Lake, area number 2. It has my favorite evolutionary ability is given through finding all the landmarks here. So we will make that a priority in Deadhorse Lake, because the evolutionary skill you get in Deadhorse Lake is useful no matter what level you are, how strong your shark is. It is the best single ability the shark gets, and we will prioritize picking that up very quickly. But along the way we'll pick up some of this and some of that. Another nutrient cache. Got to get it fast. Improve our mass. We are after those shark gains right
shark
there.
Is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater.
So weird that how when you're watching back, it's so obvious where that landmark sign was.
Grant from Sunshine Solutions that made this show possible.
But on my
Also,
TV
like to
it was
remind
not.
viewers that mass cloning.
Mass cloning has made a lot of strides. Don't mass clone, it's a bad thing. That requires you to be an adult. Can't go there. We're gonna go ahead and go to the cave and lock in another fast travel point. But we will not stop feeding on our enemies out here. A barracuda. We're gonna get that barracuda. Barracudas will swim away from you. They're a little smarter than muskies in that sense. They take significant damage and they will swim away and regroup, and you have to and they will pick their spots. They play better than I do, honestly. They're just outmatched because you're supposed to feel overpowered. You are a shark. You are the sea's apex predator, especially in a bayou region. So yeah, you should be stronger than everything here. And the game does a really good job of making you feel that way, especially as you evolve. Once you turn into an adult shark and an elder shark and so on and so forth, you really feel those gains.
The artist spent 16 years building this sculpture out of trash pulled from the lake, only to have it thrown back in the lake by intoxicated locals.
So 2 down, 8 to go. We'll get this license plate over here. Another nutrient cache hidden behind that grate that you can't get through. You have to swim through the tunnels to unlock a lot of those things and navigate through a challenging maze of tunnels to find things that you need. But here we are at our cave, settling in. And I believe this is where we're going to wrap up the episode.
From the Sturm und Drang of the Gulf.
It is where we're going to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for checking out yet another episode. I appreciate all the support I've gotten on my videos from friends, family, strangers, and anyone else that checks us out. Thank you so much. We added the protein digestion. That was the landmark skill from the first area that we picked up. It helps us get more protein, and it helps us heal more when we eat things that give us protein. So again, thank you so much. We'll be back with episode 4 soon.